Okay, so I want to start by saying thank you again for joining me today. This is going to be gentle yoga, so we're going to take it at a nice steady pace. Not doing anything to really push ourselves into any discomfort. This is your time for yourself, so if you're noticing that you are moving into a place of discomfort, know that you can take breaks whenever you'd like. You can also take any adjustments that feel suited for yourself. To get started, we're going to come into a child's pose. In our child's pose, you can take your knees as wide as the edges of your mat while sinking your hips back towards your feet and crawling your hands forward towards the top of your mat. Let your head surrender down to your mat. Let the chest drop really heavily towards the earth. And go ahead and roll the forehead a little bit left and right. You can steady the neck here, finding some stillness. Maybe walking those fingers forward just a tiny bit more. And if they're not already, you can feel free to close your eyes. Closing your eyes, looking inward now. Imagining your lungs as they fill with air on your inhales. And as they empty on your exhales. All awareness on the breath here. Allow any lingering thoughts from anything that may have happened earlier today to fall away, pressing it out of your consciousness when you breathe out. See if you can match the length of your inhales with the length of your exhales. Maybe just starting by counting to 4 as you breathe in, allowing for a pause before counting to 4 as you breathe out. I'd like to encourage you to use this moment here to bring forth your intention for your practice today. Allow your intention to be anything that you're currently seeking, anything that you need out of these next 60 minutes on your mat. It could be something as simple as I am centered, I am present. Helping yourself to stay here in this moment, not worried about the past, not anxious for the future, just existing as you are. We'll seal our intention with a full breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. On your next exhale, begin walking the hands over to the right side, stacking the left palm on top of the right hand, drawing the left hip back just slightly. Feel more space growing between the ribs on the left side body, and breathe deep as if to expand all of those spaces. With your next exhale, take the hands over to the left side now. So this time the right palm can stack on top, drawing the right hip back just a little bit here. Again, looking for those spaces, feeling any sensations rising in the body. Breathe a bit deeper. And with your next exhale, bring the hands back to center. One last cycle of breath in child's pose. Begin making your way up to a tabletop position. With our tabletop, we're taking the hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Find your steadiness here. Feel yourself pressing firmly through all the finger pads, lifting the upper body away from the mat by pressing through the finger pads. Drawing the low ribs in and up. Crown of the head points to the front of your mat, so there's a nice long line from your tailbone to your crown. Cow cat is next. Inhale to drop your belly and lift the chest, lift the tailbone, let the shoulders roll back. Exhale to round your back. So again, pressing through those finger pads, gaze at the belly button. Inhale for cow pose, dropping the belly, lifting the heart. Exhale, cat pose. Take a few more of these at your own pace. So moving as quickly or slowly as feels good in your body here. Letting the movement be guided by your breath. If you feel inclined to wiggle it out a little bit during your cows and cats, go ahead and take it there. Any additional movement here is all good and well. One more round of cow cat. And we come back to our neutral tabletop position. We're going to thread the needle next, pressing down through the left palm. Reach the right elbow high, and then the right arm reaches up. On the exhale, take the right hand under the left. So the right shoulder's coming down with the right temple, and you can take that left hand forward if it feels comfortable, or you can leave it right under the shoulder. Stay present, bringing your mind to any sensations you're feeling here. Maybe the breath feels different now that you're in this position. Maybe you're noticing tightness that you weren't noticing before. Allow yourself to make these observations without judgment. We'll take the left hand under the left shoulder if it's not there already, and use it to press back up, reaching with that right arm towards the ceiling. Exhale, the right hand comes down to the mat. We're taking it on the other side, so this time pressing through those right finger pads. Breathe in, lift the left elbow, lift the left hand. Exhale, threaded needle on this side. Left shoulder down, left temple down. Right hand can stay or walk forward. Notice what your breath is doing here. See if maybe you can breathe in just a tiny bit deeper with your next inhale. Taking right hand under right shoulder, press yourself back up on your breath in, reaching left arm high. Exhale, tabletop pose. Another cow cat here, realigning our spines. Back to our neutral spine. We're going to take a gate pose. So we're going to step the right foot out to the right. So planting the whole foot down on the mat, pressing through the pinky edge side of the foot. And then let's walk these hands over to the right shin. When we get there, we're going to reach up with the left arm. Now, depending on how your neck is feeling today, you can take the gaze up at the left thumb, or if it's more comfortable, you can take your gaze down to the right foot. Full breath in through the nose, out through the nose. One more inhale. On the exhale, take the left hand down over towards the right foot. We're going to walk the hands in towards center, so nice slow movement there. And then we're going to draw that right knee back under the right hip, tabletop pose. Gate pose on the other side now. We're taking the left foot out to the left. I'm just going to move off my mat here so I don't hit my wall. So planting that left foot down, pressing through the pinky edge side there. Same thing. We're going to start walking the hands over towards the left shin. The left hand can stay on the left shin or maybe even the left thigh. Right arm is going to reach up. So we're doing a rotation through the chest. So we're drawing that chest up, reaching high with the right hand. Gaze can go wherever is comfortable here. One more breath in. Exhale the right hand down towards the left shin. Walk the hands back under the shoulders. Left knee comes in under the hip. We're back at tabletop pose. One more cow-cat here. Drop the belly. Lift chest and tailbone. Exhale, cat pose. Back to our neutral spine. We're going to tuck both sets of toes here, coming to the ball mounds of our feet. And then lift the hips, begin straightening into the knees. So we're coming into downward facing dog. Now, it's okay if you have a nice bend in the knees here. It's our first down dog of class. You can make any adjustments you need to. So maybe that looks like widening the space between the hands and feet. Maybe that looks like walking the feet back. Once you're at your down dog, give the head a shake, no, gently, left and right. Maybe a nod up and down. Just giving the head permission to be nice and heavy here as we're in this upside down V shape. Drawing the hips up a little higher. Let's start pedaling out the knees. So just a nice bend in one knee and then alternating to the other. Giving the hamstrings a little bit of love. Finding stillness. Know that it's okay if you still have those knees bent. They can stay bent in this position during the entire class. You don't want to move into that place of discomfort, so just go where it feels right for you. And see if you can lift those hips back a little bit more, really pressing through those finger pads. Shift your gaze in between the hands, bend the knees, and on an exhale, walk forward to the top of your mat. On an inhale, take the hands to the shins, come to a flat back, rolling the shoulders behind you. Exhale, fold forward. We're going to heel toe the feet further away from each other. So maybe they're hips distance, maybe they're a little wider. You can have a bend in the knees here too, and take opposite hand to opposite elbow or bicep for ragdoll pose. Let the body sway left and right while you're here. Nice slow movement. Observe the sensations you're feeling in your back body. Observe how your spine is feeling, how the hamstrings are feeling. One more in-breath here. On the exhale, find stillness, come to center, take the hands down to the mat. Bring the feet back to hip distance apart, or maybe the big toes come together to touch. Inhale, lift up halfway, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, fold forward. Bend both knees deeply. Press down through all the points of contact you have with your feet and the mat. When you start to breathe in again, we're going to begin our rolling motion upwards. So imagine the spine like a tube of toothpaste, and you're just trying to squeeze everything up and out. One vertebra stacks on top of the other, the shoulders roll up by the head and then come down. We're standing in our mountain pose here. Rooted down through the feet, energy draws up the legs, kneecaps lifted, chest is lifted, shoulders are relaxed. On the inhale, reach the arms straight up overhead. Take hold of the left wrist with the right hand, and exhale, lean over towards the right. See if you can gaze under the right arm. Again, feel that space you're creating here in the side body by breathing a little bit deeper. Next breath in brings you back up to center. Take left hand over right wrist. Exhale, lean over to the left. Maybe gazing under the right arm. Send the breath deeper here. Inhale, back up to center. Release the hands. On an exhale, cactus arms. Draw the heart up towards the ceiling slightly. A little baby back bend. Next breath in, arms reach up high again. Exhale, hands come to the heart center. Tuck the chin slightly. If you'd like, you can let the eyes close here as you recall the intention that you set at the beginning of class. I want to encourage you to come back to your intention as often as is possible for you. Really keeping your heart set on whatever it was that you chose for today. Keeping it in the forefront of your mind. Take a full breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. You can blink the eyes open if they closed and breathe in. Sweep the arms up overhead. Open twist to the right on the exhale. So right arm comes behind us, left arm in front. We gaze behind at the left thumb. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, open twist to the left. Gazing behind at left thumb. Inhale, back up to center. Let's do 2 more each side. Exhale, open to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, open to the left. Inhale, center. Last round each side. Right side here. Back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus arms, draw the chest up. Breathe in, arms reach high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Walk those feet a bit further away from each other, coming into a second ragdoll pose. Maybe you're feeling like you can go a little bit deeper at this point. And if not, that's okay. We're just taking time to be gentle and loving with ourselves, listening to our body, responding accordingly. Find your breath. Notice how deeply you can breathe in here. Notice how it feels to exhale completely, releasing tension from the back. Next exhale, we find stillness, come to center, take the hands down, feet come back together in their mountain pose. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Let's step the feet back into a high plank pose. You can take the knees down to the mat here. We still want the shoulders over the wrists. And from here, we're going to lower all the way down to the belly. So just taking it nice and slow. And when you arrive here on your belly, we're going to come into 3 baby cobras. On the inhale, lift up the chin and the chest, looking forward. Exhale, release back down. Baby cobra again on the inhale, lifting up, press through the tops of the feet. And exhale, back down. Let's do one more. Lift up on the inhale. Hold it here. Attention comes back to the breath. Notice how the breath might feel a little different here than it was when you were standing. And take one more really deep breath in. And exhale, release back down. Press it back up, either through tabletop or high plank, and then go back to your downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, sun salutation A. Look forward, bending into the knees. Exhale, walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe in, lift up halfway, shoulders back. Exhale, hands come down, step it back into your plank pose. Again, knees to the ground is an option. This time we're going to hinge forward just about an inch or two. And it's your choice if you'd like to take this, but we're going to move into a chaturanga, bending the elbows 90 degrees, and then flipping the tops of the feet on the ground, rise up into an upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take sun salutation A 2 more times. Know that you can always skip those vinyasa sequences from our plank through our down dog, and you can just go straight to downward facing dog if that feels right for you today. Inhale, bend knees, look forward. Exhale, walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down. Step it back. Yogi's choice. You can take that vinyasa or you can go straight to down dog. Once we're in downward dog, bend the knees. Exhale, walk forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands come down. Step feet back. Take your flow or straight to your down dog. Hang out here for a few cycles of breath. Maybe taking some lion's breath, deep breath in through the nose, nice heavy exhale out the mouth. Again, full breath in and out. One more inhale, exhale. Inhale, lifts the right leg. Take a bend in the knee. Stack the right hip on top of the left. And maybe do some circles here with the ankle. Maybe some circles with the knee. And then we'll square the hips, returning to our three-legged down dog. On an exhale, step the right foot forward, landing it in between the hands. Maybe using the hands to walk the foot forward just a little bit here. So we have the knee over the ankle, but not moving past the ankle. From here, we're going to rise up into a crescent lunge. So we're engaged through both the front foot and the back foot, drawing the back thigh up a bit. And on an inhale, rising up into that crescent lunge. Now, sometimes we can feel really wobbly here. So if you are feeling wobbly, you can actually create more width between the feet. So maybe walking that right foot just slightly over to the right. And that can help find a more stable foundation. Full inhale. On the exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Step the left foot forward. Inhale for your half lift. Exhale to fold. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, half lift, draw the low ribs up. Exhale, fold. One more, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Deep bend in both knees. Press down through the feet as you roll your way all the way back up. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe in, lifting up halfway. Exhale, hands down. Just step right back into downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths here. Next inhale, left leg reaches high. You can bend that knee and begin to roll the left hip on top of the right. Just like before, you can find a little bit of movement, rolling the ankle, maybe rolling the knee. We'll square the hips, nice 3-legged down dog. On an exhale, bring the knee forward. Take the left foot forward in between the hands. Find your positioning here, left knee over left ankle. Rooted down through the left foot and the right. Crescent lunge coming up next. On an inhale, rise up, reaching the hands high. Feel yourself dropping into those hips. Nice tall spine. Inhale. Exhale, take the hands forward. Step the back foot forward. We're in our nice forward fold position here. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. One more time. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Let yourself roll on up to standing. Arms reach up high, Tadasana. Hands come through the heart center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands come down. Step it back to downward facing dog. Two deep breaths in through the nose, maybe out through the nose or mouth, whatever feels better for you here. Next, inhale, right leg reaches high. Exhale, bring the right foot forward. Getting ready for Crescent Lunge again. Inhale, rise up. When we exhale, we're going to airplane the arms, so we're hinging the torso forward, sweeping arms back behind. Inhale, slowly lift back up. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, airplane arms. Breathe in, rise up, high crescent lunge, stay here. We're going to pivot the back foot out and open up into warrior two. So for our warrior two, you can straighten into that front leg and then rebend. Again, we want the knee over the ankle, but not past it. Maybe you track it over to the right slightly. The shoulders are over the hips, and all the fingers spread out away from each other as you look forward past the right middle finger. On an inhale, reverse your warrior, keeping the legs firm. Reach the right arm high, left arm comes to the back leg. Breathe in a little bit deeper. Full exhale. Inhale, warrior two. Full breath in. Exhale, take the hands down to frame the front foot. This time we're stepping the right foot back into our downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths here before moving on the other side. Inhale, the left leg goes high. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Find your footing. Inhale, rise up, high crescent lunge. Nice and steady here. On an exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, airplane arms. Coming up for high crescent lunge again. This time, exhale, warrior two. So back foot pivots again. It might feel different on this side. So again, maybe straightening and bending into the left knee. Maybe moving the left knee out to the left this time. Squaring shoulders over hips. Gaze past the left middle finger. Reverse warrior next. Legs stay firm. Right hand to the back leg. Reach the left arm high. Inhale, warrior two. Next exhale, cartwheel hands down. This time, step the left foot back. Downward facing dog. We're going to come down to the knees. We're going to sweep the legs out from underneath us here till we're on our seat. So seated in the center of the mat. The knees are bent. The toes all face forward. We're at about hips distance apart. Let's take the hands behind the thighs and use this as a guide because we're going to begin to roll the spine down on the exhale. From here, we're taking a bridge flow. So maybe walk those feet in towards the glutes a little bit more. Maybe shimmy the shoulder blades under a little bit more. Breathe in and lay the arms behind you for the goddess variation of this pose. Now on your next inhale, we're going to press down through the feet and lift the pelvis up towards the sky. Keep the belly button drawn in towards the spine to protect the low back. Take a full breath in here. Exhale, gently lower the back down onto the mat. All right, we'll do that a few more times. Inhale, press it up into a bridge pose. Exhale, gently lower it down. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, lower down. Let's do 2 more and we'll hold the last one. So breathe in, come up. Exhale, come down. Last one here. Inhale, press it up and hold it. Now, if you'd like, you have the opportunity to change the arm position. So if you prefer taking your bridge with the hands under the low back, you can do that here. We'll be here for about 3 cycles of breath still. If the hands went under the back, we're going to take them out and on an exhale, gently lower back down. There we go. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Take hold of the knees and just make a little rolling motion left and right. Massage out the low back here. We'll find stillness and take just the left foot down onto your mat. We're going to cross the right leg over the left here and press out through the right heel. So we have that right foot flex, the toes draw in the direction of your right knee. And if you're feeling a lot of really nice sensation in the right psoas region, you can stay right here. If your hips are pretty wide open and you need more sensation, you can draw the legs in towards the chest, reaching for the space in between the legs to grab hold of the left thigh, and then press out through both feet, both heels. So this is our reclined pigeon pose. You can stay just like this, or we do have one more option to shake it up a little bit. You can roll a little bit left and right, just taking it really slowly, observing the shift in sensation, noticing how it feels to roll to the right side, maybe feeling the stretch deepen if you roll a little to the left side. We'll be here for 4 more cycles of breath. Make sure that they're nice and deep and that all the exhales are totally complete. We'll come back to center here. We'll take a supine twist with the legs in this figure 4 position. So your arms can come out like a capital letter T, or if you're short on space like me, you can take cactus arms. We're going to drop the legs over to the left. And maybe the right foot will touch down on the ground, maybe not. Know that wherever it lands is totally okay. You are where you're meant to be right now. If you feel comfortable enough in your neck, you can turn your gaze to the right. Take slow breaths here. We're trying to focus on deepening the breath more so than deepening the pose to its grandiose expression at any given time. Keeping present with the breath, letting the prana be our guide. On your next inhale, bring the legs back up to center. So taking that left foot down to the ground. We're going to uncross the right leg. This time the right foot's down on the ground. And we'll draw the left knee in and cross the leg over the right thigh. So this side might feel different. Maybe this side is tighter than your right side, and maybe this is where you stay today. Just observing the feeling in the lower body and deciding then if you'd like to stay here or take it to the next level, bringing the legs in towards the chest, pressing out through the heels, wrapping hands around the right thigh, and maybe even taking that little bit of motion, rocking left and right, allowing the breath to tell you when to sway, when to come to center, when to linger. Bring the legs to center. Arms come out, getting ready for your supine twist. This time, dropping the legs over to the right. Maybe the sole of the left foot hitting the ground, maybe not. Feeling an even deeper stretch in the psoas region and a nice gentle twist for the back. Maybe gazing over to the left this time. Next inhale, bring yourself back to center. Right foot coming down on the ground. Let's uncross the legs. Bring the soles of the feet together now, letting the knees butterfly open for Supta Baddha Konasana. This is our reclined bound angle pose. Goes by a few names. We have our reclined butterfly or reclined cobbler. You can take the hands wherever's comfortable. If you'd like to feel the breath beneath your hands by placing the palms on top of the abdomen. Maybe you'd like the arms to take up space alongside the body. Wherever you land, let gravity assist in drawing the knees nearer to the earth. And bring your focus on taking 3 nice, even, deep breaths. Maybe this time challenging yourself to inhale for a count of 6, pausing, and exhaling for a count of 6. To come out of our reclined bound angle pose, we're going to take the hands on the outsides of the thighs and use that as our guide to help press the knees back up towards the ceiling, soles of feet on the ground now. Draw the knees in towards the chest and reach the hands for either the ankles or the insides of the feet for happy baby pose. Feel yourself pressing out through both heels and maybe finding a little bit of a rock left and right here. Being loving on the back, being patient, feeling any sensations that come up, be them physical or emotional, and meeting them with no judgment. We have one more pose before our Shavasana. So if you're rocking, find some stillness, bring the legs together, extend both legs straight up for a waterfall pose. The toes are drawing towards the body, the heels are pressing up towards the ceiling. So it's almost like you could be standing on the ceiling. If it's comfortable and if you have it near you, you can take a pillow or a block under the low back. We'll be here for a full minute. You can let the eyes close here and just focus on your breathing. Maybe recall your intention and let a feeling of softness overtake the whole body. Begin to bend into your knees. Wrap arms around the legs. Bring the forehead to the knees. Give yourself a really big hug. Take a full breath in. And when you exhale, release the limbs. Let the legs go long on your mat. Let the arms lay out by your sides. We're coming into our final resting pose. So you can take a moment to get adjusted here. Maybe if you'd like to grab a blanket or an eye mask or whatever helps you settle into your Shavasana. Go ahead and find those items here or whatever it is that'll make you feel comfortable. And when you are nice and cozy on your back here, allow your eyes to close. Feeling that nice, heavy, sinking feeling in the eye sockets. Feeling a heavy tongue in your mouth. Heavy shoulder blades, back, body. The arms and legs. Also heavy, sinking into your floor. You are rooted here. You are supported by the earth beneath you. You are in a space of safety and peace. Allowing yourself this time for rest, for breath. Time to just exist perfectly as you are. Knowing that I will guide you out of this posture when the time has come. Allow yourself to drift off into Shavasana. going to begin to slowly come out of this posture. If you have the time and would like to linger here, by all means do. But coming to the end of our class, let's make some small movements with fingers and toes. You can roll the ankles and roll the wrists. Let the head roll left and then right. Your next full breath in takes a big full body stretch, pointing the legs, pointing the toes, reaching hands behind you. And your next exhale rolls you onto your right side, where you'll pause here in a fetal position, letting the knees bend in towards the body, using the arm as a cushion for your head. Stay here for a moment, giving thanks to yourself for finding this hour of time to dedicate to your needs. Give yourself a pat on the back for all your effort, all your work. And as you're ready, find yourself up to a seated position on your mat. We'll bring forth our intention one last time. And as we seal class with unified breath, we honor that intention. First, exhaling all the air from your lungs. Full breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. We'll bring the hands together at the heart center. And then drawing the thumb knuckles up to the third eye center between the eyebrows. Thank you for honoring and sharing your practice and time with me tonight. Namaste.